Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist, and welcome back to So You Being Hunted. This time I'm joined by Phil. Isn't that right, Phil?
Mm, mm, mm.
Sorry, were you taking a swig of
Excuse me.
drink?
I am here. I am here, and I am noticing that your vitality is a bit shit.
It is a bit shit, isn't it? Let me eat this boiled haggis. There we go. Does that make you feel better, Phil?
94. Now that's better, isn't it?
It is better, isn't it?
Um,
There we are. Indeed.
but,
How are
ha,
you? How?
I am good. I am good. How are you?
Yes, I'm good as well. Not doing too bad. We're trying out Discord again, aren't we, Phil? To see if it doesn't, see if it works better than last time.
Yeah, well, of course, Skype has now been discontinued,
It has.
so we can't use that anymore. They've stopped that now. So I guess maybe people weren't using it anymore,
Maybe.
um, and that's why they stopped it.
Yeah.
So,
I was thinking that,
but
or they're just trying to get everyone to use Teams or something. But
yeah,
yeah, indeed, it's a bit
yeah.
annoying.
Now, have you received any word from? Is there any sort of update for from Den of Thieves yet?
Nope. I think once again you can predict the answer. So the answer is no. Unfortunately, still haven't heard anything.
Still, still nothing.
No.
Oh, that's a
I don't
good
know.
thing.
I don't know what's going on. Really, I think we need probably some clarification from Den of Thieves themselves in terms of how things are getting on their front and all that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame because obviously it's been going for quite some time where there's been under development, but
Yeah.
don't seem to be doing anything anymore.
I don't
Um,
know. Yeah, I mean, I haven't checked their social media channels in a long time, so maybe they've updated on there. I don't know. I'll have to have a look and see what the deal is and all that. Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, and obviously you may have heard the big news, the GTA 6.
Oh yes, it's been
Uh,
delayed, hasn't it, for a year or so? Has it not?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, May 26th of next year.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's going to release. But yeah, they've obviously released a new trailer, and people have gone wild over it,
Yeah.
and I mean ridiculously wild because
Hmm.
it's obviously a big game, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Uh,
I was watching a great video by Outside Extra recently where they were reacting to angry comments people had left on
oh my
the
god!
trailer about
Oh
the
my god!
delay. Have you
I
watched it?
watched that recently as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good,
I
wasn't
watched
it?
that recently. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
That is yeah. That is really funny. I have seen that. The funny thing was one of the things where they said maybe Rockstar are trolling us since I going to release May 26th this year.
Yeah, it's like, no, it says on the trailer 2026. Don't overthink it.
But that was funny where all the various comments just getting people. I don't understand why because I think for a game as big as this you need to give it more time,
Yeah,
don't you?
indeed. It's an inconvenience, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of people would rather it be delayed just to give the devs time to actually polish it rather than rushing something that's not finished out onto market and all that. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, because the thing is, Rockstar know that this is going to be a mammoth game, and they can't screw it up.
they can't.
So if they have to give it that extra time, then let it have that extra time.
Yeah,
Let it have that extra time and get everything right. Especially since their two CEOs or owners have left now,
yeah,
Sam and Dan Houser.
yes,
Um,
indeed.
so yeah, give it some time to to get it good. And because if they screw it up, it's not going to be very good for them.
No,
That's the problem.
it just get
So
it was just funny on the Outside Extra video with people sort of getting angry and sort of saying, I've been waiting 12 years for GTA 6 and now they've delayed it. And meanwhile,
I
some of
know.
us are sat there thinking, yeah, so what? I've been waiting 20 plus years for Beyond Good and Evil 2. Get on my level, please. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, um, yes. Well, I'm not so sure about that one though.
No, that was probably never going to happen, in all
No,
honesty.
but I really don't know. But it's an interesting thing to think about though, about with video games and their delays,
Yeah.
because some have been delayed like loads of time. Also, you've got to be careful not to have too much hype
Yes,
either, because like
indeed.
for this, you can have loads of hype and it may turn out to not be good. But I'm all for giving them that extra time to let it sit in the fire for a bit,
Yeah,
and you've got to feel sorry for the 90-plussers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Speaking of other sort of video game related news, though, something that does kind of interest me is the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be releasing this summer, is it not? Is that not when it was going to
Yeah,
be? Yeah. And
that's had
apparently.
that's had a lot of controversy though.
Oh, has it? Why? What's going on?
Yeah. Because its games are very expensive. Like
Uh,
yeah, they are. There's like
mm,
the new Mario World Tour is
oh,
supposed to be something like 80 quid.
God. Yeah. That's ridiculous. 80 quid on just a video
And then
game, but.
I think the
Jeez.
Switch itself is quite expensive as well.
Yeah. You see, I
So
was sort of fascinated by it because of the fact that apparently Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is going to be released on it. They're going to do like
is
a
it? Oh,
yeah,
right.
apparently from what I've heard. Which, if that's true, that would be of interest to me because that is a Legend of Zelda game I've always wanted to actually play myself. So
Yeah,
I'll have to look into this controversy then and see what the prices actually look like.
yeah. And the thing is, if you did want to do it and record it, you'd have to have a special piece of software for that.
Yeah,
You
I
can't.
would.
There's these things called I forget what they're called, how pages or how pages that
Mm,
used to record content from Switch devices and PlayStation and
yeah.
Xbox, and then you can upload it to a format onto your PC and then use it to record.
Mm.
So if you ever want to record, you'd have to get that.
Yeah, yeah, because
Um,
it'd be interesting, if I could sort of, if I ever did sort of get a console like that and found a game that I thought was really interesting and would be worth sort of recording to put on the
yeah,
channel. But I'd have to look into how you would set that up in terms of recording the footage and recording audio commentary as well. And it would probably be expensive because you probably need lots of special gear for it that you'd have to hook up to console and TV and all that for it to be able to work.
yes, yeah, and I think the how page is the device that converts it,
Yeah.
um, the console to the PC.
Mm.
So that would be something you have to look. I'm not sure of the other factors and things like how audio works.
Yes, that's the thing. Like, I'm never too sure, but it can be done because there's plenty of channels out there that do it. So there is a way, evidently.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, you just have to have a look, won't you, and see what's the best way to do it. If you decided you wanted to record,
Mm,
uh,
yeah, if
so,
I
yeah,
decided I wanted to, yeah, after seeing all that, because I've always sort of I've said very often about how if I was ever to buy another video game console, I'd probably want to buy something Nintendo, like a Switch or something like that, just to try out, so like maybe some like Mario games or something. Yeah, but
oh yes, Mario games are always fun, aren't they?
they are, yes.
Um, the other like I'm just trying to think of other games that had a lot of hype that turned out to be. Oh yeah, Watch Dogs One
Mm.
did a little bit as well.
No Man's
Yeah,
Sky. Yeah,
oh yes, No Man's Sky. Yeah, Cyberpunk.
yeah,
Big
indeed.
hype. Fallout 76 even as well,
Yeah,
and the it didn't go so well.
it didn't.
Have you actually watched the actual trailer for GTA 6?
No, I haven't. I should probably do so actually, so I can have a look at it. It's set in
Mm.
Florida, isn't it?
Yes, Leonidas is the supposed place, and
Okay.
looks like you might get to play as two characters.
Yeah,
Um,
indeed.
Jason's the male character, and Lucille, I think,
Lucille.
is the female character who
Okay.
you break out of prison. Well, not break out of prison. She gets released from prison,
Yeah.
and apparently you go on a heist that goes, of course, GTA style, a heist that goes wrong.
Of course. Yeah. Of
Yeah,
course it does. They always go horribly, horribly wrong. These
but the trailer does
criminals.
look really, really, really good, and
Mm,
it was so interesting to see because GTA 5 was phenomenal.
yeah.
No
It
shadow
was
of
a
a
good
doubt, it was
game.
phenomenal.
Hmm.
Um,
Absolutely, Phil.
because you played it as well, and
Yeah.
you enjoyed it, didn't you?
Indeed. You know, enjoyed it for Trevor, the best waifu of 2013, and all that. Huh.
Trevor, yeah, that's it. Trevor's the ultimate wife. The thing about the good thing about like any Grand Theft Auto game is the fact that you can just do whatever,
Yeah,
and the the satirical take at American culture.
he's good.
The funny thing was there was a bit in the because I've watched some YouTube channels who do like a breakdown of the trailer
Yeah.
and other things from the website because it's all on the website as well. And there was one where you could see into a fast food restaurant and you could see an image of like a burger on the wall saying the new burger only 30,000 calories.
Yeah, indeed. It's a very, American thing, supersized burgers and all that.
Oh God. Yeah, it is a bit. The portion size I've got to say are pretty big. It's like
Yeah.
that. Do you remember the Super Size Me?
Yeah, I can vaguely remember the TV show, yeah.
It wasn't a TV show.
Was it not? What am I
No, it
thinking
was
of
a
then? Oh, was it a film? Oh, right, okay. I can't
Yeah, Super Size Me was the one. It was the one where the guy decided to eat nothing but McDonald's for 30 days.
Oh, right, yeah, so I must be thinking of something else then. Yeah, that one. I didn't actually watch it myself, but I've heard of it, yeah.
I watched it because we had to watch it in school
Really?
in a maths class.
A maths
I don't
class?
know why.
Okay.
Yeah,
Weird.
I don't know why, but we watched it. Yeah, it was basically he was. It came out in 2004, I think, and it
Okay.
was just him and just go show you what happens, what health
Yeah.
thing happened because of it for eating McDonald's for 30 days. But yeah, it's never good to be eating that sort of crap.
No, it's not, indeed.
But the portion sizes are big in America, and I know because I've been over there, and my God, oh, it's you just get full so quickly.
Yeah, indeed. I just think it's like, I don't know why necessarily Americans do that with those huge portion sizes. I just think, you're jamming so many calories into your body that you don't need.
Yeah, and especially when you're not doing much exercise.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing to think of. Because you're not doing that, so you're not. But where's it all going?
Yeah.
You're not burning up. You're not. Yeah. So, but that's the main thing I love about GTA is the absolute piss take and satirical looks it does to American culture. It's just so good. And yeah, Rockstar they're based in Scotland for God's sake.
Yeah.
Main headquarters. Although yes, they have subdivisions around the world. Well, I say around the world. They mostly in America. But there are some. I think there are some. I think is there a no? That's Ubisoft. I was thinking. I think it was a Singapore, but no, I think
don't know.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Rockstar had a subdivision somewhere in Southeast Asia, like Singapore or somewhere, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
You think?
You got to have. You got to try and expand all over. But yeah, the main headquarters is in Edinburgh, I think.
Edinburgh.
Rockstar North is
Yeah.
the. I love the one that outside Xbox, the one that came from when it said the one that they found really funny. It says "Take 2 decades,"
Yeah.
more like "Take 2 decades."
Indeed. Yes. Yes, that's certainly the case with Ubisoft and Beyond Good and Evil 2 now, isn't it? Take 2 decades.
Oh dear. Are you a bit salty about that?
A bit salty, yes.
So for in fact, didn't to go that route and decided just to release Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, that's the one there, which has got some decent reviews, so I've heard. Assassin's Creed Shadows, so that's always good.
I've been looking into some of this gaming news before I started recording, Phil, because I've not been keeping up to date with it all.
Well, there's just some new news. I mean, obviously, GTA 6 is the biggest one. To the point, here's a little interesting thing. GTA 6 is so big that I yesterday. This is Sunday when we recorded, but yesterday it's Saturday, and when I was in Asda, Asda have their own sort of Asda radio,
Yeah.
right? Goes through, and one of the things that came up was a bit of news, and they decided to do it. They came up with doing a little quiz, and they were going. So we've got a little quiz question for you guys. So what latest game has just had a trailer released this week? That is one of the biggest games and is going to be set to release on March the 26th, 2026.
Oh.
And I was thinking, you what? Asda Asda's own little pokey radio station is even mentioning GTA 6.
Wow.
Um,
Well, it goes to show how big the video game industry has become over the years, doesn't it? Because that wouldn't have been
yeah.
probably a thing just several years ago, but
Well,
nowadays it's huge.
everyone knows how big GTA is as well.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest game franchises in the world. That's how and it's just that's why the trailer has just gone so crazy. But I couldn't believe that when I heard it in Asda.
Indeed.
There's probably the funny thing is there's probably some people in there who are like 80, 90 years old and like, what's the? I never heard of it. What's a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And we live in the time period, Andrew, where video games are all over the place. So it's just amazing.
Yeah. They're all
It's
over
just
you like a rash.
like a rat.
Like
a whole rat.
A rash. Indeed. Which is one way of certainly describing them, isn't it? And not a very nice way either, but yes.
Not a nice way, but hey, they are good. And some of them are not so good.
Yeah, video games, that is, ladies and gentlemen. We're not talking about rashes anymore. Indeed. Just make that joke very quickly while I can.
What joke?
Well, the joke where I said earlier, video games, they're all over like a rash. Did I cut out when I said that?
That I didn't even realise that was a joke. That's how terrible it was. Oh, dear me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, evidently it didn't land at all. There's just going to be that one person in the comments who's like, I got it. And then everyone else is going to be like, God, that joke was so bad. I cringed physically so hard. I turned into a shriveled prune. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just fantastic that we have, and the thing that indie games are all taking the world by storm as well.
Yes.
They're doing really well. Yeah, indie games. A lot of people love them. So it's not all just the AAA, because when you get those, and I mean you like your horror games as well, and at some point you're going to do the Silent Hill.
Yes, indeed. When I get a better computer, definitely.
Well, I think we're both on that sort of field, aren't we?
Yeah, you need to get yourself a good computer.
Yeah.
Indeed, to replace your laptop.
I mean, you keep you say that you're worried about throwing money down, but you do know you can put it on finance. You don't have to buy a new PC outright. You could pay for it monthly.
You could. I just prefer sometimes when I'm making transactions just to put the money down there and have it all paid off if I can. So I prefer to save up if I need to.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good to just do it monthly if you don't want to put it all down at once.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I have enough of a wage to be able to pay it down, put it down all at once. Might as well, rather than sort of creating some weird setup where I'm having to pay things back monthly and all, and all that. But hey, yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to consider that. But
Indeed.
Sometimes it's good, but God. You'll have to see. You've probably noticed there'll be probably be no lagging or anything, will there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because this PC I'm on now is getting older and older, and at some point I'm going to have to switch it out, probably for something more up to date, which is a shame because I got good mileage out of this PC. It was really good. Who knows? Maybe I'll just get the same model again, or maybe I'll go for something with a little more power to it. Who knows? Depends on prices.
It's definitely treating you well, because I do remember the times when we had your even old PC, and oh my God, the lagging on everything.
Yeah. I know. Still, one of my big regrets is, trying to play Alien Isolation on that old computer back in the day. I should have left it for, something like this computer.
And another one, Alice.
Alice, yeah. I know. It was unfortunate that, because, I would have got... I mean, Alice, I still had a good playthrough of. Alien Isolation was good, but I think, I definitely got more out of it if I'd had an actual good PC that could have handled it properly.
Well, yeah, you got hampered because of that bit where you had to escape by going up the ladder.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It was so laggy you weren't able to press the right buttons.
Indeed. Yeah. And I remember, obviously, old PC, there was an error in that game as well where, just because the game was kind of too advanced for it, there was one level as well which wouldn't load in properly for me. Not because of a problem with the game, but because my computer just wasn't powerful enough for it. So I had to, take the resolution right down to get it to work. Yeah. Ooh,
Because
terrible times.
you were trying to play on a PC that wasn't adapted for gaming.
No, it was just an old budget desktop office PC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you've learned from it, and now you realise you've got to get better PC,
yeah,
and it's helped you out a lot because
indeed.
you managed to play that. Things like I remember when you were running like Death Stranding,
Oh
and
yeah,
that was really well.
yeah, it went fairly well. That it did. I know. God, Death Stranding. Apparently, there's going to be a Death Stranding 2 at some point. So
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I've seen that. It was very intriguing.
I'm sort of curious as to where the storyline would go with that one. But I imagine Hideo Kojima, knowing him, will probably whip something up. Everyone will love.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And he's on his own now, which is doing well because Konami decided to fuck him off.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck him off.
with,
Indeed.
they got rid of him because well they didn't give him credit in the it was mostly the Metal Gear Solid 5. They didn't really give him credit for it. And it's just like that's just awful. All
Yeah.
the work. So it's a good job he went his own way.
Indeed. Yes. Because then we end up with Death Stranding, which is definitely a game that's probably in my top 10 games ever, ladies and gentlemen. So
Okay, well that's an interesting. Well, that's an interesting thing. What would be that? What would be in the top 10 then?
okay. Well, bear in mind, I'm not.
RTCW is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
I'm not going to rank these in any particular order. I'm just going to say, a bunch of games that would be in my top 10. So Death Stranding, obviously,
Yeah.
one of them. Beyond Good and Evil would definitely be another. Rayman 3
Two.
would be another one.
Three.
So that's 3 in total.
Yeah.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein,
RT
obviously,
yeah.
would be in there. I probably would put Sir in there just because of, the impact it's had on my channel and all
Yeah,
that.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
5.
So that's 5. Sixth one, I probably would put Abzu because that was another game that I just, even though it's only a small game, I just really enjoyed it. It was right up my alley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
6. What else would I put in that list?
Well, probably one of the Danganronpas.
Oh God, yes. Oh my God.
I thought
See,
good
that's
job I reminded you of that.
yeah. How could I forget those? I mean, no joke. I probably would put the 3 mainline Danganronpa games in there: Trigger Happy Effort, Goodbye Despair, and V3.
Oh, 7, 8, and 9 then.
Yeah,
Okay.
7, 8, and 9 because they're just so fun. Yeah, people are probably also asking what about Ultra Despair Girls, and I did enjoy Ultra Despair Girls, but I'm not sure it would make top 10.
Did you say Beyond Good and Evil?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said Beyond Good and Evil. Yeah.
Number 10, in a glass
10.
house, of course.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah, that's number 10.
Yeah. What would I put for
What
number
would be your
10?
final one? One of the other Wolfensteins? Or
I mean, possibly. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Anything that's like. Well, actually, no, there is one thing I would put probably in the top 10 as well. Captain Claw, because it's an old childhood
Oh, yeah.
favourite. Yeah, can't forget that. So there you go. That would be my sort of rough 10 at the moment. And you never know. If I ever encountered something else that really grasped me, maybe that would change, but that's what it is right now.
that's your okay. That's interesting. But out of all of those 10, do you have one that is a quite prominent number one?
Ooh. Let me think about
okay.
that.
Yeah, that sort of thing. If every game in the world was about to be destroyed, and you could have one left from your top 10,
Yeah.
which one would you go for?
Oh God, that is tricky.
I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. All the other games are about to be put through a meat grinder, and they're going to be grinded up
Yeah.
forever.
I
So
will
you-
keep.
everyone from the meat grinder.
Oh God, which one do I keep? They're all so good. I'm sort of torn because I really like the Danganronpa ones, but then again, keep Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition because I really enjoyed that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sort of got to think about what's got the most replayability factor.
Oh yes, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, then again, if you're judging it by replayability factor, my answer probably would change. No, it's too late now, is it? I'm locked in. There we go then.
Well, you know what would be the most replayability would be No Man's Sky.
Yeah, probably.
I think you can just play on and on and on and on. Yeah.
Indeed.
But okay, so you're going to go with Beyond Good and Evil then.
Yeah, just because it's a classic old favourite and all that.
Okay, into the meat grinder. Goodbye RTCW. There it goes. And Rayman 3.
Oh
And all
no!
of them. Yeah.
Oh, no.
They've got it.
God, this
Oh,
is
imagine it all amalgamates into one big game. So you've
Oh,
got
God.
imagine all of your top 10 games as one. Now, what would that be as a game? That'd be interesting. So you got Beyond Good and Evil, Danganronpa, Rayman, RTCW mix.
That would be the most bizarre clusterfuck of a game possible, I think, in all honesty.
You'd be shooting Nazis while trying to solve a murder mystery at school, while trying to find out, figure out what the Doms are doing,
Yeah.
and then you jump in and around various different levels in a 2D format as a strange sort of wolf creature, wolf sort of, and then you're go. What was it? Oh yeah, then you're going to fight. Yeah, so you've done that one. Fight Nazis.
And then you're
Go around.
delivering post as a Death Stranding porter and all that.
Yeah,
Weird.
it'd be a very weird game, that.
It would, yes. Absolutely. It would be, like I say, an absolute clusterfuck. That would be a mishmash, basically, of lots of different mechanics and elements of different genres that wouldn't go together. Yeah.
Do you have a 10, like a bottom 10? Which would you class as your 10 like worst?
I mean, well, living in a glass house has got to be in there, obviously. I mean,
Like proper stinkers.
proper stinkers. I mean, definitely I could add like janky things that I've just done as part of my indie horror playlist, but then they're not very well known things. But like among well known titles, I probably put. Yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of predictable. I'm going to sound a bit like a broken record, but obviously I'd also put in a couple of games that just didn't really do it for me. So like probably Outlast would be in there just because I didn't really like it that much. The Long Dark, just because I found once I probably sat down and tried to play it, I just found the gameplay got very tedious very quickly.
Yeah, that's 3 so far.
Yeah. What else? I'm thinking. Yeah, this might be controversial with you, but probably I would put the original Watch Dogs in there just because it was another game that just didn't do it for me.
Yeah. I think another one would be which one of the I'd probably take which one of the Assassin's Creed, maybe Unity.
Oh yeah, Unity. Yeah, because it was just kind of forgettable to me, that one.
Is that 5? I think that's 5 now.
Yeah, that's 5.
We need number 5.
Can I think of another 5?
Did you say the 2009 Wolfenstein, or was that not quite that bad?
I don't think it was. No, I wouldn't put that in my top 10 worst. Because even though it's kind of forgettable, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't put it in there. Oh God, what else? What else would I put in there? Have I really encountered any others that I would say?
That's good. It's not that much. You've only got to about 5.
Yeah, true. That is true, Phil.
The thing about bad games is you probably give up after a while. Yeah, so you probably said, I want to carry on playing this.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm
Well,
trying to think.
Outlast.
Oh yeah, I did say Outlast, yeah.
We did say Outlast.
Yeah. Not because it's an objectively bad game, but just because I thought it was kind of meh. I didn't see what was so great about it.
Yeah. Also, I've just been reminded. You still, what's going on with the other 2 Amnesias?
I know. I need to do those, Phil.
More horror stuff. Yeah, the Bunker and Rebirth.
Well, I'm going to try and make a mental note to myself here. We're definitely going to do them some point this year. I'm going to definitely do them some point this year. It's just at the moment, obviously, I've got James Bond 007 Bloodstone going, and I'm hoping to try my second-hand PC copy of Nightfire that I got on eBay to see if I can get it to work.
That would be so interesting to see, because I used to have that. Yeah,
you did?
Said I used to have that PS2.
Yeah.
Did I ever complete it? I can't remember, but I will remember. I will remember some bits. It'll be a bit of nostalgia for me when I come to watch.
I'm just hoping, like I say, that I can get it to work, because obviously it's an older game now. I can't remember what year it was released, actually. 007 Nightfire. Must have been like early 2000s, something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think I might have had. Oh no, maybe not that one. I think I had. Oh, Everything or Nothing. That was the other Bond I had. Yeah, I had Nightfire and Everything or Nothing.
Yeah, I've heard of Everything or Nothing, but I don't really know too much about it. So
it's I can't remember much. Although I must admit, it's a bit of a shit little title. It's a bit plain and boring. Everything or Nothing.
It's a very typical Bond title. Let's put it that way. Yes.
I'm trying to think of any games that I've played that have been based off franchise. So I've played some James Bonds. I've played some. What game? I'm just trying to think games off like franchises that I've. Oh god, yeah. Oh god, I once had the Little Britain game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a look at it, and it was not really a game. It was just a series of mini games where you play as
Yeah.
like Vicky Pollard and David Thomas,
Oh
and
God.
it was shit.
Yeah.
It was
I've
really
heard
shit.
lots of people say it was so bad. That
Yeah,
indeed. Back
it
in the
was
day.
dreadful.
Yeah.
That would be yeah. Okay, that would be definitely my one of my top 10 worst.
Yeah.
I think it probably has like if I did like top, oh, it'd be difficult for me, but definitely some of the Assassin's Creeds, like I would really, I'd probably go 3, 4. Maybe I wasn't fond of Unity. I'd probably go Syndicate.
Mm.
The latest ones, Origins and Odyssey. Oh, love
Yeah.
those. Watch Dogs 2, I would go for. I found Watch Dogs 2 a lot better than 1
Yeah.
uh,
Mm.
for me. And then some worse ones, I'd probably say like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, a bit of Ratchet and Clank.
Mm.
Weren't weren't ones I really liked. Um,
Interesting Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, that's a funny one because I hear a lot of people absolutely love that
yeah, it was the
franchise.
latest one I didn't like, but I like Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, mm,
That was fun.
indeed. A crime that Jack and Daxter has never been ported to PC.
It's a bit of a shame that.
Indeed,
Um,
because I
and I
would have
guess
played the shit out of them.
yeah, I guess they didn't want to port it over.
No,
I know that you when we were very younger, you obviously played the copy that I had.
yeah, because you had it on PlayStation. Was it PlayStation? Yeah.
PlayStation, yeah. We never finished it though.
No, I just
I had Jack
remember.
2 and Jack 3.
Yeah, Jack 2 and 3. I just remember, yeah, we played a bit of Jack 2 together on your old PlayStation back in the day when we were kids. And I think the last mission I remember we ever got up to was one where we had to use a hoverboard to chuck bombs into like these sort of machines or
Oh
something.
god, yeah, that was a nightmare mission.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember struggling with that so much. That was an absolute nightmare mission, that one.
yeah,
Oh god,
aye,
it was
yeah,
dreadful. Um,
indeed.
but you get missions like that. You have to sort of think outside the box.
Mm.
Um, I'll tell you another top game of mine, Portal 2.
But, oh yeah,
I
Portal
yeah,
2.
I, I love I love the fact that I don't know how they came up some of the puzzles. I don't know how they came up with the ideas because some of them are just crazy.
Mind melting, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, I suppose really when
well,
you're designing that kind of puzzle, probably what you have to do is you have to like reverse engineer it. Kind of, you have to start at the end point where you want the player to get to, and then like work your
yeah,
way backwards,
yeah,
like adding bits in, so that then it all makes sense rather than like trying to plan it out from it. Well, here's the start point where the player will be, and then trying to just put a load of stuff together. You have to like, I don't know. I feel like
yeah.
that probably would be the way that people would do it. Mm.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. And an interesting question I want to ask you actually: when you obviously when you were little, you never got the chance to play Half Life while everyone else was doing it.
Mm.
So when it eventually came around for you playing both Half Lives, did you find yourself going, "Oh, yeah, I really should have played this when I was younger"?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I think
it
definitely I
was,
could
it was a
see
good
why
game.
people loved them back in the day when I did play them. Um, yeah, I think I enjoyed obviously Half-Life 2 more than Half-Life 1 because
Yeah,
Half-Life 2 I think is one of those examples of a sequel that generally people love more than the original. Um,
yeah,
yeah, but the original Half-Life's still good. And that reminds me though, like Half-Life 2 you can get lots of like mods for that add custom levels and things, which I really want to do at some
yeah.
point because it's fun.
There is that.
Yeah,
Oh well, maybe you should also try that with Portal 2 because there's
maybe.
loads of mods on that with entirely like new maps.
Yeah,
And an
indeed.
interesting concept. There's even one. I think there's a map that where you can do a bit like time travel.
That's Portal Reloaded that you're thinking of, which is a mod,
Yeah.
which basically, yeah, adds like a third portal to your gun, a green one. There's like a time traveling one. It's
Yeah, you
like
see,
mind bending. Yeah, I can remember
you should try
that.
that one.
Mm,
Yeah, you should definitely try that one.
yeah,
And maybe when I get to see, we could do the two-player mode
yeah,
because you have to. 'Cause they're actually harder because you actually get 4 portals. Because
indeed.
obviously two each. Yeah.
Yeah,
So and just see how well we do.
yes,
Yeah, it's got to be something that we can have a go at. Maybe you should try the portal mods.
maybe, yeah. Who knows? It's another thing to add to the massive list of things that I would love to do on the channel. Yeah,
Exactly.
indeed.
Well, there we go. That's an interesting little chat of gaming news
Yeah,
and gaming things, and we all love a bit of gaming.
gaming. Yes, we all love gaming and all that. Mm.
That's Building's long lost cousin.
Dear me, Merciless Ming's long lost cousin.
Uh,
uh,
it's like from Building from
yeah,
Lego.
Lego. Oh
He's like,
God,
hello, my name is.
my name is
We've got
Building.
hacking.
Yeah, here's a Lego. That's a Lego Island 1 reference for anyone who doesn't know, and I've not thought about that character in years, Phil. uh,
and 2, and Lego Racers 1 and
Oh.
2. Well, Lego Racers 2, yeah, especially.
Was he in? I don't remember building and being in Lego Racers 1. I don't think he was. I think he was.
Maybe it wasn't there. He was in Lego Racers 2.
Oh,
That's for
2.
sure.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's in Lego. Oh no, he wasn't in Lego Island 2, but no, he was in. Yeah, he was in Lego Racers 2.
Yeah, okay. So Lego Island 1 and Lego Racers 2. There you go. That's the answer to that conundrum, Phil. Well, thanks for joining me then.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm following along with all the episodes, and very soon it'll be. God, it will be after. We have to be thinking about 800.
No, I know, we're on like
Yeah.
episode 740 something at the moment, so bloody hell, it's going to come sooner than we think, that one. Good God, yes. 800 episodes of Surrey being hunted. That'll be another big milestone, that will.
Milestone. And if you've got on your bingo cards, what we might do is someone going to say Q&A. Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? Ah, well then, in that case, we'll wrap up here, ladies and gentlemen, so hope you enjoyed that. My social media links and Propagandist channel link can be found down the video description as usual, and if you enjoyed, a like's of course always appreciated. But than that, this is the two of us signing off, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, it always is us signing off, because we've ended the video, and that's generally what you do when you end a video. You sign off.
Yeah. See? Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, girl dogs.
Oh. Is that us? That's Fox, I guess. I did too, after a bit of thinking. If I refuse to do it, he will shoot me right now. I won't save anyone. I want to take my revenge. Hands up now. You, redhead, drop the ice pick first, and raise your hands, slowly. I dropped the ice pick to the ground reluctantly, trying to keep it inside. Also, I like the fact that our protagonist here does actually have a sprite. Number 11, what did I tell you about the guests? Wasn't last time enough for you? Professor, don't call me that, please. I asked. I asked things from you a lot too, number 11. You never listened to me. Professor, this is the last time. They didn't see much. They would have left in the morning. There was that pool of blood on the floor. That's number 13. She messed up again as usual. I'll talk to her personally, but you're the one to blame in the first place.